Good morning. I hope you had some good rest. Whether you did or not though, this is a strength flow that is going to help wake us up, get us ready for the day, maybe start to wake up our minds and truly just to feel good. So move as your body tells you to. If there's a position that doesn't feel good this morning, skip it or modify it. Whatever your body says, just listen to it, acknowledge it, and obey. And this morning also, I want you to focus your mind. Maybe it's on being thankful and just bring the world today gratitude. Or maybe it's to pray. Maybe you haven't had time to pray to the Lord in a while, and or you haven't made that time, and this is a time that we can set aside to do that. Maybe it's to just be silent and be still and be present. Whatever you need today or whatever you want to challenge yourself to do, just challenge your mind to do those things. And then additionally, I'm not going to have music on, so if you have a favorite wake-up tune, even if it's not slow and steady, kind of what this flow might feel like as far as pace, you put it on. You get ready for the day how you want to get ready, and I think that's so important because each of us are motivated by a different song, and whatever song is on is going to be most beneficial to us. So if you've done all of those things and you are ready to go, we're going to go ahead and start with some breathing. We're breathing in your nose, out through your mouth the whole time because we want to just again wake up our body, and that includes our breath. So let's just start with that, just breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. One more time, in through your nose. And as you breathe out, let your body fold. Hanging there for a second. Feeling how your body is feeling this morning. Are you tight in areas? Do you feel stiff or sore? Just take an assessment right now. And then when you're ready, breathe out, walking your hands into a plank position. We're just gonna hold this plank for about 15 seconds. So make sure your wrists are right underneath your shoulders. Your legs are nice and straight. You don't wanna arch your back up or let it sag. Just nice and neutral. Breathing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and go ahead and bring one leg up. You're just gonna find this position and rock into it. Maybe you feel a stretch in your hip flexor, so then you're gonna straighten your leg, tightening your quad. Maybe you feel a stretch in this outer hip. Just notice that and rock into it. When you're ready, open up towards the bent knee, looking up to the sky. Breathing, trying to spread those collarbones away from each other. Good. Take one more big deep breath in through your nose. Out through your mouth and de-twist. Keeping that front foot forward, you're going to come up into a lunge straight, arms overhead. You're going to arch your back just a little and then bring it back to neutral, tightening up that core. Feeling a stretch in your hip flexor, reaching up just a little higher. Good. Now I'm gonna switch directions. But you stay the same. You're gonna open up that toe towards the outside, but keep the front foot facing the wall in front of you. Your heel is gonna line up with the arch of your back foot. You're gonna reach out to the front, reach out to the back, and then just lunge into this. If it feels good, we're gonna reach back. Take a big breath into that side body, feeling a stretch along an area. Good, and then flip forward, same thing, other side. One more big deep breath. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Good, and then come back to the mat, switching legs. Good, just holding that position, rocking into it. breathing. Opening up towards that bent knee. Maybe you feel that in the outer hip. It's a good thing. Just notice. Be present here this morning. Untwist, coming up into that lunge. Again, we sit a lot, and so we want to open up those hips and that hip flexor, stretching it out. You can do this midday if you want, just to get a little stretch in, a little movement in, tightening up that core. And then when you're ready, again, I'm going to switch sides, but you can stay the same. Again, that front leg stays pointed to the wall, that back leg pointed perpendicular. Line that heel up with your arch. Lean into that pose and just stretch those arms wide. So I really want you to push out to the sides so you feel like your whole chest is elongating, and then lean in just a little bit lower, feeling a nice groin stretch. And then if it feels good, leaning back, opening up that side body, breathing into it. Let those ribs expand, reach a little bit higher overhead, and then reverse it if you want. Good. Come back to center, and I want your toes to now point towards the corners of the room. And then you might need to walk your feet in just a little bit, and you're gonna go into a plie squat. So from here, you have options to raise your toe, side to side, rocking side to side too. Just opening up that groin, waking up those legs, saying we got work to do, legs, let's go. Good. And then from here, I want you to just pause. You can either be up on your toes or down, reaching overhead and then pulling down. Reaching overhead, pulling and squeezing those shoulder blades together. Breathing in on the way up, out on the way down. Tightening that core still. You should have a neutral spine, no arching. Good, and let's just do one. Pull, reach, pull. Like you're pulling a super taut band. And switch sides. And pull, pull, in, out, and hold, get deeper, and come up. Awesome. We're gonna do some front kicks now, so just kick to the front. You can walk with it. We're really trying to control that leg, so no stomping on the way down, but kick up, slowly control it down. Each kick, you'll get a little bit looser. So adjust, maybe get a little bit higher, maybe just focus on that leg getting a little bit straighter, but whatever feels good this morning. We need 3, 2, last one, and we're gonna do some kickback. So I like to put my hands on my hips just to make sure my core is being engaged. Slight bend in the stance leg, and then just kick back. You can do little ones and then slowly get bigger. You can start out big and then go little. Whatever feels good. Keep kicking back. You can go straight back for a few and then go back diagonal for a few. Or you can alternate back, diagonal. Again, whatever feels good. We have 3, 2, 1, and switch legs. Challenging our balance this morning wakes up not only our legs, but that communication between our brain and our muscles that we'll need all day. Good. Maybe throughout the rest of this flow, you're going to think about how you're grateful, just taking that mind back to what we were thinking about in the beginning. maybe praying, maybe just breathing and being present. Good, and rest. The next one we're gonna do is you're gonna squat down as deep as you feel comfortable, and then immediately come up into a side kick. So we've done front kicks, back kicks, now we're just going to the side. So squat, kick, squat, kick. You can alternate if that feels better to you, or you can just do one leg and then switch when I call it out. But remember, this is your strength flow this morning. So do what feels good for your body. Good. Maybe 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and switch. Feeling strong in those glutes. Keeping good form as we go down into our squat, tight core, chest high because we're confident. Confident this morning. 3, 2, last one. Awesome. We are going to go down and work our arms a little bit this morning. So again, just fold over and hang for a second. Reassessing how you feel. Do you feel any different than you did when we first started? And when you're ready, go ahead and walk out into that plank. What we're gonna do is go into a push-up. So if you feel more comfortable on your knees, that's totally fine. Pick your level, and we're gonna do a 5 count down. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push up, open up to the side. Stretch that chest out, switch sides. We're gonna do 2 more of those. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open up to the side and to the other side. Last one for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open up. Left. And open up, right, and then come back into a down dog. Try to touch your toe, but maybe at first you start by touching your knee, whatever feels good to you. Rocking back and forth, waking up those shoulders, waking up that spine. Good. 5 more. 3, 2, last one. Good. And drop down to your knees. You can rock back into a child's pose. Stretching out those shoulders again, if that feels good. Something else you can do is wrapping underneath, threading the needle, and stretching this way. Again, you know better how your body feels than I do, so do what feels good. And when you're ready, come back up to all fours. Wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And we're just gonna go into some donkey kicks to finish out. So, leaning your weight over to one side, but not shifting your hips, okay? So keeping your core nice and tight. You're just gonna slowly pulse that heel up towards the ceiling. We're not trying to go fast. We're just trying to wake those glutes up, okay? So take your time. Focus on your breath. Tighten up that core. And then open up to the side. Good. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch legs. Beautiful. Maybe it's easier on one side than the other. Just notice. I'm not trying to think too hard this morning. Just trying to move our bodies. Wake our minds up and our bodies up as we go. 2, 3, 2, 1, and straight out to the side. Looking right down in front of you between your hands, or maybe at the edge of your mat, just a little in front, so that your neck isn't dropping, hanging. You're also not straining your neck, looking up to the sky. 2, 3, 2, 1. If you want, you can go back into that child's pose, just to stretch those glutes a little bit. Come back onto those hands and knees. Tuck your toes. Hover for a second. 5, 4, 3, 2. Straighten up those legs into your downward dog. Holding that for a second, maybe stretching out those calves, rocking heels back and forth. And then rocking into a plank, stepping forward with one leg, maybe rocking into that a little bit, switching, rocking into that, and then stepping forward, breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Give me one more to end our flow. And breathe out, because you know you're gonna have a great day. Good. Okay, so if you need to stretch any more, if you need to move a little bit more, feel free to do that. If not, have an awesome day. You guys are incredible humans. Don't doubt yourself. Be confident and know that you're strong.